the Lion News Update, brought to you by Back in Time Antique Stores. Starting off with some local Chester County news. This past week, Henderson was honored to host the West Tennessee State Fair, and the event saw a great turnout all week long and wrapped up on a high note with a talent show featuring many local artists. There was also other fun activities as well. This is a tradition that residents of Chester County look forward to every single year. And now, here's what's been going on in the national news. Legendary actress June Lockhart, best known for roles in Lost in Space, Lassie, and Petticoat Junction, has passed away just months after celebrating her 100th birthday. Her career spanned more than 80 years. She will be deeply missed by fans all across the world. This has been your 91.5 The Lion News Update, brought to you by Back in Time Antique Store, located at 225 West Main Street in Henderson, Tennessee.
For your morning devotional, please join International Gospel Hour weekday mornings at 8 a.m. right here on 91.5 The Lion. That's the International Gospel Hour daily broadcast, 8 a.m. weekdays on 91.5 The Lion.
Are you interested in hunting or fishing but not sure how to go about getting started? A great place to get the ball rolling is tnwildlife.org. You'll find links to instructional videos to get you going. You'll also find links to mentoring programs and hunter and boater education. Take that first step. You'll find a friendly outdoor family more than happy to welcome you in. That's tnwildlife.org.
This is your 91.5 The Lion Sports Update, powered by First Bank of Henderson. Whether it's scores, highlights, or breaking news, we've got everything you need to stay in the game. Visit First Bank online at firstbankonline.com. I'm Matt Barker, and this is your 91.5 The Lion Sports Update, powered by First Bank. The FHU soccer teams concluded the regular season over the weekend while honoring the seniors for Senior Day at the Josh Riley Soccer Complex. However, despite battling the entire way, the Lady Lions suffered a 6-0 loss to Lindsey Wilson University, while the men's team fell 4-1 to the Blue Raiders. Despite the loss, Samuel Sebagabo was able to find the back of the net for the Lions off an assist by Tabo Malaha to put the Lions on the board. It won't be long before the men's and women's soccer teams will see Lindsey Wilson University again, as both teams will take on the Blue Raiders in the Mid-South Conference Tournament beginning Wednesday in Columbia, Kentucky. As the FHU soccer teams ended the regular season over the weekend, the FHU basketball teams began the regular season Saturday as they made the trip to Huntsville, Alabama for a matchup with Oakwood University. Both teams started the season well as the number 6 Lady Lions picked up a convincing 83-48 win, courtesy of 5 Lady Lion players reaching double digits in the matchup, led by Carissa Curtis, who had 21 points. Lily Key followed close behind with 16 points, while Rachel Satterley and Allie Weathers each had 12 points in the victory. Lady Lions are back in action tomorrow for a 6:30 p.m. matchup against Blue Mountain Christian at the Brewer Sports Center. The number 5 ranked Lions also started the season off on a positive note as they picked up a convincing 76-55 victory over Oakwood, as they also had 5 players reach double digits in the matchup, led by Sam Powell, who went 3 for 7 from three-point range to tally 13 points. Jamarcus Powell followed close behind with 13 points of his own. Lions are back in action Friday at home for a 7 p.m. matchup against Welch College at the Brewer Sports Center. For all the latest news, highlights, and updates regarding Freed-Hardeman University athletics, visit the FHU Athletics website at gofhulions.com. This has been your 91.5 The Lions Sports Update, powered by First Bank.
Hi there, I'm Robert Hatfield, the pulpit minister for the Henderson Church of Christ, and I just want to take a minute to invite you and your family to come and be a part of our worship services here. We meet in person at 240 White Avenue, right here in Henderson, Tennessee, 9 a.m. for Bible classes and 10 a.m. for worship, again at 5 p.m. for worship every Sunday, Wednesdays, 5:45 during the school year, and at 6:30 we have regular Bible classes on Wednesday evening, and you and your family are welcome at any of these services any time. But you can also catch us right here on the radio on Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Our worship service is broadcast right here. Hope you'll join us this week on WFHU 91.5 this Sunday at 10 a.m. Join us at the Henderson Church of Christ.
All right, I haven't been paying attention to this. Is anybody there? Buckeye Jim still there? Been time traveler? 7. Any of y'all? Oh God. Here I am waiting for another day to end. So I can wait for the next day to end. This shit's getting crazy.
Relive the decade that changed music forever. Join us weekdays from 12 to 1 for 90s at noon, where we play your favorite 90s tunes nonstop. From the boy bands to the alternative rock.
I don't know what to talk about anymore. Anybody got any ideas? Because I don't care about shit. I wish the 3-eye Atlas would veer into the Earth's orbit and just take us out. Let's get it over with. Let's quit worrying about what it could be and hope for what it can be. It can be the end of this bullshit. Who cares if it's alien or if it's natural? Just please hit the Earth. Please. You know what I'm saying? I can't take any more of this Groundhog Day. This is the that Freed Hardeman University. This is their radio station. I don't listen to it that often, but I just turn it on here and there to see who, is highlighted. That means the mobsters, the Henderson Police Department, City Police Department, are backing up these stores. Mom, telling you, I ain't there. I've gone to stores. I was like, hey, look, I need to look at your, your closed circuit TV security cameras and, check out, see if y'all caught it. Oh, we don't have. Actually, we've only got one camera, and it's in the back, and it doesn't even show that side of the parking lot. I'm like, are you kidding me? You mean to tell me in this day and age? Yeah, the Blue Mafia. That badge makes it legal. Now, that's the whole crazy thing about it. They take an oath. You can sit there and download their oath. And they like I took an oath when I joined the Air Force. I joined the Air Force to protect our constitutional rights. You know what I mean? To protect them, to make sure we have them. These cops take the same oath, and then as soon as they get in the car, they break the 14th Amendment right off the bat because somebody's speeding a little bit or somebody didn't stop completely at that sign. It's bullshit. The 14th Amendment, you have right to free passage on that public highway with no fears of being stopped unless you committed a crime, body injury or, property damage. Then you can get stopped. But other than that, you can be drinking right out of the vodka bottle as long as you ain't wrecking and tearing some shit up. You're free to travel. I ain't condoning drinking and driving. I'm just giving an example. Excuse me. See, that's why I don't get on here. I've got so much built up. It's not anger. It's like the bullshit is there's so much bullshit in this damn world. I just I need to bend it out. I don't know, man. Hey Ben, I don't know if you ever heard this strain called Black Gorilla. Are you still in there? Whew. That stuff will sit there. I don't know how to explain it. You take one hit of it, man, you can feel your whole body tingle. It's 100% organic. I know the grower. But daggum, I ain't never seen any herb do like that. Your safe passage, you have the free right to travel these highways. They're public highways and roadways. They're all public. You have the right to use them. Now, if you're using them to run a commercial business, like freight and stuff like that, well, you have to get tags, driver's license, and insurance. But if you're just driving your personal vehicle, you're not supposed to have to do any of that shit. You don't have to have license, tags, or insurance. Insurance is the reason the cost of living so high, because everybody's suing her. That's the only way to get rich is to sue, sue, sue. You know how, like, on the driver's license, you're endorsed like Class C or Class D. I'm trying to remember how to do it, but I'm fixing to have put in there utility, and because you got to sign your name, or you under USJ whatever dash something section whatever blah blah. I got to find that exact law that allows me to sit there, and when I put my name on this form, I ask for my classification to be utility. And once you have utility on your driver's license, it's like having diplomatic immunity. Those cops see that on your driver's license, they hand it back and tell you, have a good day. I'll never pull you over again. Because utility means you're a personal vehicle. You ain't got to run tags. You ain't got to do shit. You can be the free man that you're supposed to be in this country if you get utility put on your driver's license. Once one cop sees that on your license, they tell everybody, do not pull over that green truck. See what I'm saying? That's why I've made it a point. When I repaint this green truck, it's going to be green. But on the tailgate, I'm going to paint Daddy. I'm gonna put Daddy on the back tailgate. Yep. I'm going to turn it into my United States Constitution enforcement vehicle. And I'm fixed to become a United States Constitution enforcement auditor. And I'm fixing to fucking make these motherfuckers bow down. Bow down to the Constitution, damn it. You know what I'm saying? Native Michigan, how you doing? But yeah, it's just crazy, man. This shit, this world, what they get away with, like me, man. They revoked my ballot driver's license because I hurt their feelings using my First Amendment right. So I ain't been able to work. Then I don't know when I get fired. March. I need help, y'all. I need help. I can't get any help from my mom, my brother. Because my mom's got so many strings attached to my brother, he can't do anything without her yanking on some strings saying, hey, hey, hey. And she won't do anything because I'll remind her of my dad, who she hates. That's been dead for years. That she hadn't lived around since 86. She still hates him as much today as she did the day she left back in 1986, man. And she calls herself a Catholic, a devoted Catholic. Man, if you can't forgive somebody that has been gone for 4 years or so, I mean, if you can't, I mean, from 86 to now, that's a long damn time to sit there and hate somebody. Hate somebody so much that their own son that reminds them of the person they hate makes them hate the son too. She she got mad at my brother and said, "I hate that you introduced him back into my life." And I told my brother, I was like, "You didn't introduce me back. I'm her son." I said, "I only went down there because it was Mother's Day and I wanted to surprise her. And then I went down there for her operation, and she just acted like a teetotal Queen Elizabeth, the bitch of rules. You shut up and listen to me." You know, it's crazy, man. Ain't never. I guarantee you the slaves had it better than I do when it comes to being treated. So sick of it. What, nobody's chatting in there? Oh, shit. Oh, I'm sitting here behind my desktop, but fuck it. I just don't care anymore. I don't care about shit. I really don't. I'm not scared to die. I just realized, man, I don't want to live forever. If you live forever, this is how I'm looking at it. Could you imagine how bored you'd get if time never ended and you never die? No wonder I'm being treated like I am here. Because whoever that MF and living forever MFer is, they're using each and every one of us to test out what it feels like to be done this way and that way and another way. Everything that's ever been done to me, I'm totally innocent, but I get treated like fucking God. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. And I don't really want to say anything on this damn, because the AI will use what I'm saying. It's already reading my mind. But it'll try to take what I'm saying and where it feels like I'm heading and try to get ahead of me and try to control which direction I'm going to go. And it seems like it likes to keep me on that just out of reach, kind of a day late, dollar short. That's where I'm stuck at. Wild country. Daggone born erasers in the house. Yeah. I'm done, man. I'm done. I'm surprised. I don't even know why I went live. I was just going to let it play the radio. But yeah, I don't know what to do anymore, man. I got a mom that just don't give a shit. I don't get it. I don't get it. Blames my brother for my existence. However that works. Tricked my brother into moving down there and being her live-in caretaker. Under the guise she would help get a lawyer, because when my dad died, my stepmom stole everything. But since my mom got my brother down there to be her live-in caretaker, she don't give a shit about that lawyer. It's supposed to be taking care of the inheritance, because that inheritance would make my brother more independent, to not have to stay in her house, because he can't afford to do anything other than that. And then my situation is I got all this time in the world because I can't drive anywhere because my valid driver's license got suspended because I hurt somebody's feelings. So I'm suffering here with all this time. I could be improving my property and building stuff, but I don't have the money to build anything with, Barely got the money to eat. I spend more money on electricity than I do food. For real. It's so crazy, man. Life sucks. And then you wake up in another world. There you go again. I just hope this is it. When I die, that's it. I'm deleted. No more. Never find a trace of me ever again. That's what I want. I want to just never exist ever. I don't want to live forever. That would be hell, living forever. I don't want to live forever. And I definitely don't want to worship a God for giving me such a great life like this. I mean, that's what we're told to do, right? You got to be thankful for whatever you got. Well, I ain't got nothing but heartache and misery ahead of me. So thank you, Lord Jesus God. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got fooled, man. The Antichrist already rose. The Antichrist got everybody believing in worshiping Christ. The only way to the Father is through the Jesus God. You must worship the Jesus God in order to get to the Father. That ain't what God said in Genesis. God in Genesis said, worship no other God than me. So that means the Creator God said, hey, give me the thanks. And then when Jesus died, the Antichrist came back. Because before Jesus died, Jesus was preaching about the Father. You know, worship the Father. Jesus' Father was our Father. Worship the Father. But then, after Jesus resurrected, he said, worship me to get to the Father. Now, hang on, that's a whole different. I mean, before he died, he was saying, worship the Father. And after he rose, he was saying, worship me. But in Genesis, God said, worship no other God than me, meaning the Creator God. But yet, the resurrected Jesus was telling you to worship the Jesus to get to God. So to me, there's a problem right there. To me, that wasn't. Central Casting showed up. You see what I'm saying? The false Christ. Because he changed up the teaching. I mean, it's in the book. Read it. You'll see it for yourself. Excuse me. I don't understand that. Salute of liberty is Lucifer. I don't know. But yeah, I'm just Jay Ferris. I ain't seen you in a while. What happened was I was watching this documentary on something, right? I can't remember exactly what it was, but anyhow, it was talking about how did it? But it basically showed religion from like the Old Testament through to the New Testament, and then the resurrection part. Well, the resurrection part's totally, I mean, I don't know how to explain it, but if you look at it, there's several different gods in there, but they're portraying it as one. I mean, it's easy to understand, y'all. Look, you got the Democrats and you got the Republicans, right? Two different wings of the same bird, right? Well, that's what you got here on this earth. You got religions, regardless of if it's Muslim or Christianism or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You got all these supposed to be for the good, And then you got what people call atheists, devil worshippers. But in reality, I think half these people that are called atheists and devil worshippers are actually people that see through the scam, because you got a left right paradigm going on right there with religion and hell. God and the devil. Two wings of the same bird, see. I don't think, to be honest with you, I don't think the devil got thrown out of heaven. I think the devil came down here and crashed the party. And then God got some barriers up or something, you know what I'm saying, where he can't get back out of here. But I think the devil thinks he can make it. He's got it figured out. So he got down here. It's just weird. I mean, there's wars before this existence we know of, right? I mean, it's just crazy, y'all. I don't know how. Yeah, I'm about the creator God too. That's who I speak to, the creator. Paris, you don't know the half of what I'm going through. I mean, God. My driver's license got suspended because I sat there and told this stupid bitch ass cop to identify me as daddy. And she didn't like that shit. And they got together, and it took about 1.5 years before she finally got me into court. And she did it under a pretense that she was parked in a median and watched me go over the fog line, when in reality, I was southbound in a 2-lane road in the fast lane. She was northbound on the 2-lane. I went to get over into the right lane. I was behind the ambulance. And as soon as she saw my green truck, she hit the lights. And she was like 1/2 mile ahead of me going northbound. I'm going southbound. And where I was at, there was a median. But that's where she had to get to turn around to come back. By the time I know she's really after me, I'm already pulling in the daggum Tractor Supply parking lot. You know? And then she tells me she was sitting in the median and witnessed me go over the fog line. I called her a liar right there. Yeah. They made me do a sobriety test and everything. Guess what? No warning. Well, I did get that fog line, but that was a lie. And I had a dash camera, and I did not realize that thing after so many minutes or an hour or whatever, you know, it overwrites what it already recorded, and it overwrit that before I could ever get it. I did not know it. I thought it, you know, me being a dumbass country boy, I thought when you get a SIM card and you get like a 32 megabyte or whatever, that thing's going to record for a long time, right? No, you got to set up the camera. It'll start overwriting over, like, say, 2 hours. It'll overwrite back unless you save something. I didn't know that. So my actual footage, you know, got reused, recorded over, whatever, however you look at it. I've had it, man. I've had it. I don't know what to do anymore. I'm stuck. And then look, oh man, these grocery stores this weekend, these grocery stores fix to get hit. They're going to get hit so hard, they're going to put up plywood on everything and say store closed forever. On all of them. I'm telling y'all. Yeah, this fix to get bad, man, because these people, I mean, look at the federal workers lining up at the food banks. Really? The average salary of federal workers is $116,000 a year. All right. And you mean to tell me they're lining up for 5 blocks to the food bank while the average American that's maybe making $30,000 a year can't get food stamps or anything because they make too much. You don't see them in the food bank lines. But yet, that goes to show you it's a setup, man. They put all them federal workers to drain the bank out, the food bank, so there ain't no food for the people that really need it. You can't, man. I know how much money I can save making only $30,000 a year. So if I was making $116,000 a year, man, that's just crazy. I wish professional sports would collapse. I really do. I wish all these casinos would just shut down. I wish these state lotteries would just go out of business because they claim it's to improve the schools. Has anybody ever seen a school improvement? And if you did see a school improvement, was the town not fighting tooth and nail because it was costing the town? Now, what happened to all that daggone lottery money? It's supposed to go to education. I mean, I'm just saying. And all the infrastructure. Like, I've lived out here how long? Since 2012. They finally paved the road this year. Do the math. I mean, God. It's just crazy. And I'm the problem. I'm the one that needs my license revoked. With no way of getting them back. I mean, that's the worst part. I got to wait for the state to sit there and go, oh, yeah, you can get them. Or, oh, no, you can't get them. They ain't told me yay or nay. I don't know nothing. I cannot. It ain't like I got a certain date I got to wait out and then go down there to the driver's license place. I got to wait for Nashville, Homeland Security, sit there and send me something. Yeah. So I've lost my license in January. It's only a couple months from January again. That'd be a whole fucking goddamn year. With no sign of being able to get them back yet. I mean, I don't know how I fucking lost them. In Tennessee, you can have up to 11 points on your license, but if you get one more point and get it to 12 points, they'll suspend them, right? Well, with the speeding ticket I got and that fake fog line ticket, I got 6 points. That means I got 6 more points to go before my license gets suspended. But yet, here they are suspended for no reason. They just sent me a letter saying, as of January the 20th, your licenses are hereby suspended until the state of Tennessee declares you can get or not get them. I'm like, all right, they got courts going on at the state level that I'm not even in, but it's about me. How did that happen? You see what I'm saying? When you're targeted just like you're seeing right here. I am a targeted individual. Oh, that's just conspiracy time, boy. Yeah. I'm living a fucking goddamn conspiracy then. God. There's this guy in this little town that got sick of the town fucking with him because he was trying to make an honest living. And he just sat there and ordered a whole bunch of daggum steel plating one time. Yeah. He had this shop in Middletown. Said town's fucking with him because he was just a good old boy. He was like me. He just doing what he does to make money legally. But the town wanted to rezone them or something. They were fucking with taxes. They were trying to tax them to death, adding taxes or something. That joker happened to have a pretty good sized bulldozer inside his shop. Ordered who knows how much daggum plate steel, battleship thickness. Joker sat there and plated that daggum bulldozer. Now he set it up pretty good too. Closed circuit television. Yeah. And you know what? When he finally had enough, he didn't even open up the garage door on his shop. He just drove through the wall. Yep. Then he ran over a few shops, a few businesses, a few RVs, started going through neighborhoods, taking out the mayor's house. Yeah. I understand why that dude did that. He finally had enough. You can only push somebody in the corner so far. Just so far. And I've been so far pushed up into this corner, there ain't no other way out. You know what I'm saying? Something drastic's fixed to happen. There's fixed to have to be some national news made about how these corrupt little cops. I mean, you think it's corrupt in New York and St. Louis and all that, man. These small towns are the good old boy kind of corrupt. They're washing and scratching each other's backs. Oh. Then you got that fucking flock camera system you can't do nothing about. Man, back in the old days, I drove 12 years without a driver's license. They didn't have this technology back then. I can't get 2 miles out away from my house without getting caught in a flock camera somewhere. And that was my whole problem, man. That fucking Officer Cook of the Henderson City Police Department, Henderson, Tennessee, that bitch somehow or another put my tag number into that block system, so whenever I went past one of those cameras, she knew where I was at because it was alerting her. That's how I was getting stopped all the time when I was coming into Henderson. Look, all I did is I went to work and I came home. I went to work and I came home. Same thing. Been doing this since 2014. Every so often I'll stop at a grocery store coming home from work. And every Saturday or Sunday, you'd see me at the laundromat. I mean, it's documented on my channel. You can see what I do. Right? Well, she would be getting alerted when I was heading into Henderson. And she'd be waiting just so she could pull me over or mess with me. They have burner phones, man. They'll call dispatch and say, I got a reckless driving green truck up here at such and such. And they'll hang up, right? Then dispatch, I'll sit there and call, hey, we got a reckless drive. And then the whole time it's the cop that's watching you, done called dispatch, has dispatch call the cop car on the radio, and then you activate. And then that makes the stop more concrete because there was a call that came in before the stop was made. And the cop that made the stop is the cop that made the call. They got burner phones, and I can prove it. Something else I found out, though. I've been trying to find this live stream I did when I told that cop to sit there and identify me as daddy. It's like 2 years ago. I got on my desktop, and when I get to like, what was it, 19 months, it'll start recycling me back to like 9 months, 10 months, 11 months. Then I'll get down there to like 18, 19 months. And then the next thing I know, I'm up here at 6 months, 7 months. I'm like, it will not let me go far enough back on my channel to get that live stream and watch it. I've been fighting AI tooth and nail, y'all. Y'all just don't know. This AI like the commercials. I'm not paying, and people, it's only $2 for the ad free, premium, whatever. Fuck that. But when this AI is fucking with me, if you got your screen turned horizontally, it'll put up a little ticker in the left bottom corner. And then you'll sit there and think the skip's going to be way over to the right. But right when it should show skip, it'll sit there and make it 3/4 string and put a 1/4 string ad right when you're touching skip, and it takes you to the advertisement. Yeah, it's just, man, this fucking technology can kiss my ass. AI sucks. AI is nothing more than the devil. I'm telling y'all, man, it's an antagonizing piece of shit. Whew, I'm going off, ain't I? I can't help it, y'all. I've had enough. Y'all don't know, man. I'd rather be in jail than what's happening now. At least I know there's a reason why. I mean, right now, if I was in jail, I could get 3 meals a day. I'd have all sorts of people I could talk to. Have cable TV. But no, here, oh man, y'all better check your food supplies. I went to go through mine. Evidently, it's been some of the expiration dates on them cans were like 10 years ago. So I guess I've had my food set up for a long time, right? Well, I've realized I've got over 20 pounds of dried beans that are no good anymore. Like 15 pounds of rice that's no good anymore. Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, oh shit. That was going to be, 20 pounds of beans last you a long time, right? I mean, they're all sorts of different kidney, pinto, buckeye. When I opened up that wooden chest I had them in, smelled like daggum bean farts and mildew. I'm like, oh God. So, and right now, this Saturday, man, the stores are going to get wiped out, probably closed down. That's why the National Guard's out and everything, y'all. It's fixed to be chaos. That's why they're pre-staging, acting like this whole thing, letting all these immigrants in. They had to, so they could have a reason to get the National Guard out, trying to run everybody back out. They had to do it this way because this world economy's crashed. Our climate has changed so bad because these people don't want the climate to change so bad. They've sprayed our skies to death. They're killing all the vegetation on the planet. Or Earth, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. You can call it flat, round, donut. I don't give a shit. This is Earth. This is where I live. It's just how it is. This place sucks. It really does. I hate this place. I remember when I got here. I really do. I remember when I left here in that motorcycle wreck. Now, that place was different. I don't know. Maybe it's just because that was the beginning. But there wasn't no, like, 3D reality there. I don't know how to explain that. There was a 3D perception, but there was no physical 3D object, if that makes any sense. But when I got here, man, there was like, I remember it was dark gray and light gray checkerboard floors and wall tiles and these silver bright lights and these people in white with these hats on and masks. I remember that shit. Dude was hitting me on my ass while I was hung upside down. I remember that shit, man. And I remember thinking, where am I and what am I doing here? Paris Logan, how you doing? And then it's kind of spotty memory up to 3 years old. I remember everything. From 3 years to now, I have been who I am. I've questioned everything since I could talk. I didn't have a sentence. I had a question. When I talked, the first time I ever talked, it was a question. Oh God. And here I am now. I don't give a shit about any answers. I just want to be done. I'm just done with it. Let the 3-eye atlas sit there and hit this deadgum earth as fast as it can. And may Russia be unleashing their 60 whatever mega whatever on top of us at the same time. Come on, let's get it over with. I'm dead serious. I don't give a shit.
We all thought we'd change the world by great words and deeds. Or maybe we just thought the world would change to fit our needs. The class of 57 had its dreams. Betty runs a trailer park. Jan sells Tupperware. Randy's on an insane ward. Mary's on welfare. Charlie took a job with Ford. Joe took Freddie's wife. Charlotte took a millionaire. And Freddie took his life. John is digging cattle. Ray is deep in debt. Where Mavis finally wound up is anybody's bet. Linda married Sonny. Brenda married me. And the class of all of us is just part of history. And the class of 57 has dreams. But living life day to day is never like it seems. Things get complicated when you get past 18. But the class of 57 has dreams. Oh, the class of 57 has dreams.
When it comes to auto repairs,
All right, I might be chilled out a little bit now. I've just had it though. You know, and this is the honest truth. On my property, I have found these rocks that actually have real diamond crystals embedded in them. But the diamonds are so small. But they're real. I mean, they're the pyramid. You know what I mean? Like 2 pyramids put together at the bottom. Because I was looking at it. This is years ago. And I've found a raw diamond one time. I don't know what that thing is. Like the size of my little finger, pinky, the first socket or whatever, the fingernail, back to that knuckle. It was as big as that. I don't know where that thing went. I know it got stole. I know it did. My neighbor did it. Man. Man. But anyhow, I got diamonds on this property. Somehow, yeah, there you go. See how sparkly it is? Yeah. I got meteorite fragments everywhere. I got fragments that are magnetic themselves. They'll stick to metal. And it looks like I swear y'all, it looks like lunar rocks. It looks like Martian rocks. And then it's just burn up. I think it's Martian rock meteorite for real. And then I found, I don't know what this stuff is, but if you look at it, it's got like a cellular structure, but it's like crystalline, and it's like little square blocks. I don't know. It's the weirdest thing. You guys, I can't never get it to pick up on camera right. And I'll tell you what's crazy. I got brand new work boots, steel toe work boots, right? Industrial work boots. They came from Tractor Supply. Oil resistant soles. I have been nowhere but on this property for the last, when did I get these? August. I have not been on pavement, concrete, or anything, just out here. The daggum soles are about wore out. There's so much diamond dust in it. It's crazy. It glistens. It's like glitter on the ground when the sun's coming up and stuff. It's crazy, man. Yeah, y'all, I don't know what to do anymore. I got some John Boy eyeball patches, all different sizes. I thought about doing like I don't know how you do that. I need to do like a fundraiser. Like so much for the certain size, so much for the next size, so much, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how to do that though. I need to do something. I need a GoFundMe or something, man. I need help. Anyway, the place I worked at, look, I left early on Friday. Come Monday morning, he texted me and told me I no longer had a position and he will not allow me on the property to get my tools. And I got over $500 worth of tools. I cannot do any side jobs because I don't have the tools to do the side jobs. All my tools are up there at that shop that he won't let me come up there and get because I only got the people that can get me there. One of them works there, and he told him if they brought me up there to get my tools that he would fire him. So I can't jeopardize dude's job just to get my tools, but I don't know anybody else around here. I don't have any family. My step family fucked me out of my inheritance. If I hadn't have got fucked out of my inheritance, I wouldn't be in any of this shape right now. I mean, my dad had like a $1 million policy that was going to be, so my brother would have got $5, I would have got $500,000. I wouldn't have been working to where I'd been driving through town, but I need to fucking sue this town somehow. And I can't find a lawyer to do it. I called the same lawyer that's suing the Madison County Sheriff Department in Jackson. They're suing them for $3.5 million. So I called up that law firm. They told me they don't do those kind of cases. But yet I saw it on the news. And that's what I thought. I was like, wait, what do you mean you don't? The reason I'm calling y'all is I saw y'all on the news suing the police department. And I need somebody like y'all. Just, you know what happened? They're all for it. And then they said, what county? I said, Chester. Oh, we can't do anything there. Every other county in Tennessee, they could do something, but Chester County, no, you can't. You can't sue the city or anything in Chester County for some reason. Hey, that's that. What's his name? I don't really like that song. Mike Smith, how you doing? I have tried to, man. They tell me they don't do that shit. I've called every lawyer in the book. What do you do? And a lawyer, evidently, they don't point you in any direction because that would be giving legal advice, right? The only way they can give legal advice to you is if you buy them. Man, I've called these lawyers' offices and I'm like, look, how much will you charge me to call Nashville and see how my license got suspended? And they never get back with me. I mean, I'm done. Hey, I don't need, just call Nashville, Tennessee, and ask them how my license got suspended, and we'll go from there. You know what I'm saying? I'd just like to know how they got suspended. And I'd like a lawyer to call them and ask them. And I'm willing to pay the lawyer whatever he wants to charge to do it. And I can't even find a lawyer to do that. I haven't talked to Nashville. I am not going to say a word. They did this to me through the mail. And I'm like, you know what? I got to get a lawyer, or I'm fixing to get a cop to call Nashville. Matter of fact, I need to call Crime Stoppers right now. Old Mike Johnson, and this is Jackson, Tennessee. He just got an award, Crime Stoppers Award of the Year or Year of the Award. I don't know. He just got an award, though. And I got his cell phone number. I need to call him. Rico? So when they tell me on the phone they don't do Chester County, I can go to y'all know anything about the RICO Act? And then they might do something in Chester County? Because right now, I can sue this city, Henderson, for ADA violations. Because see, this is the whole thing. I told that dadgum chief of police, I go, look, I've got post-traumatic stress disorder due to law enforcement, and I'd appreciate it if y'all would stop pulling me over all the time for nothing. Because at that point, I'd been pulled over 3 different times and followed 2 other different times for nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I went down there to file complaints, and then they find that their officers ain't doing nothing wrong. They can steal $20 out of your wallet on a traffic stop if they want to. Yeah. Yeah, and you can have them on 2 different cameras taking it out of your wallet, and that's totally fine. And I guess that cop car that was right there 4 foot from where my wallet was, having the money taken out of it, didn't record it for some reason. I mean, their investigation found their officer did nothing wrong. But, you know, that was like my last $21, and all he left in my wallet was the one. I had a 20 folded in half, and I had a 1 folded in half. And I had the 1 down first. I had 20 on top of it. And then I had put my license in there, right? And then they made me do a sobriety test. So my wallet got left in the back of my truck, and my phone was laying beside the wallet, live streaming up. And that's what caught the MFer at the end when he reached over the side of my truck. And then my rear dash camera caught him through the back glass, reaching over the bed of the truck, taking it out of my wallet and putting it in his back pocket. And I included that thumb drive with the complaint because they wouldn't allow me to sit there and file charges on them. And then the complaint I put in, they got back and said, hey, he didn't do nothing wrong. But I was out $20. When they finally got done, look, I didn't get a ticket. I didn't get a warning. I didn't get nothing. I got harassed. I got handcuffed. I got thrown against my truck. I had my truck door yanked open. I didn't get a warning ticket or anything. But yet $20 out of my wallet, I got the cop that did it on 2 different cameras doing it. And they said he didn't do it. Why did that cop come back later and take the daggum surveillance tapes from the business? I didn't get a ticket, a warning, or anything, but this cop comes back later and gets the outside footage cameras of that business, Plaza, whatever it's called. Y'all know where I do my laundry at. God. If he didn't do anything wrong, why'd he go back and get the tape or have them delete it or whatever? Because he did it that night. Because the next morning when I went up there to get cigarettes, I was going to sit there and get them to review that tape so I could sit there and record it. And they said, oh, no, the cop's already done that. I'm like, what do you mean the cop's already done? Well, he got the tape that night. I'm like, what? So I left it alone. I came back that afternoon when the girl that was there when all that shit happened was working. And I go, you know anything about the cop coming? She goes, yeah, he came in here and got the tape. I go, why? She goes, I guess for evidence. I go, You do realize I did not get a ticket. I didn't get a warning or anything, right? But I am missing $20, and he's the one that stole it. Cop. Because when I got home, I sat there, I was like, fuck this. I popped that daggum memory card out of that camera. I cranked up the desktop in here, and I sat there and put that card in, and I saw what he did. Before he went back there and took my money out, he went to the front of the truck because I got a front camera too. And he was shining his spotlight or his flashlight. He was up there. He had it about where my camera, you know, the in-car camera, we call it dash camera was up near the rearview mirror. And he had his flashlight up there and he was focusing it back, you know, the beam of light through my back glass to the back corner. He was trying to mimic what that camera was going to capture. And he sat there and figured he could sit there and stay, as long as he stayed about a foot from the tail light against the bed, he could reach over. And that camera would not get him, but it did. I mean, you could see him case it out. He cased, and then he walks around, he looks, and then he turns back around, he comes back, and then he turns around right at the corner of the truck and makes his reach, and then he gets in his car and leaves. I mean, God, he didn't do it. Fucking pigs. Fucking hate pigs, man. I love bacon. Man, what the fuck? I don't care about the Rockets' red glare. This country sucks. It's all Donald Trump's fault. He just tried to make everything better and just fucked it all up, I guess. Man, we're still doing the Rockets' red glare bullshit. I hate that. I ain't, man. Don't get me wrong, but this country stomped all over me and has turned me into what I am today. I could not break my contract with the United States Air Force, but they could break it with me. You know what I mean? If they had left me alone, let me finish out the time the way I needed to, I would have been out of A&P school, been working for FedEx. I'd be a rich son of a bitch right now, and y'all never know about me. Because I definitely would not be on YouTube unless it was me flying my Learjet somewhere. You know, it'd be like that. I'd be owning some sort of football team or something. Fuck.
Antique store. Take a trip down memory lane and find something that reminds you of the good old days. At
Super Dave 44.
At 225 West Main Street in Henderson.
Hey, hit that like button. You know, about 94% of my viewers are not subscribed.
This past week, Henderson was honored to host the West Tennessee State.
Yeah. And then, check this out. I did that video. What was that last short I put up? Oh, on that pipe I carved, right? Man, I forgot. I ran across, I was cleaning out my shop, and I forgot all about that thing. And I ran across it, and I was like, oh, shit, it's almost Halloween. It kind of. So anyhow, I watched that thing. That thing got 455 views in 15 minutes, and then it stopped. It just stopped. I mean, stopped. Oh, and I thought that was a zero in the chat. Yeah. Crazy. I think it's got 467 views on it now, but you know. And look, Super Dave, I'm lurking in your live streams most of the time. And if Seven Spalding still in here, because I lurk in his a lot, because I'm kind of scared to text sometimes. I still ain't got my wrench back. But yeah, I wanted to. He was live streaming yesterday. I saw him live streaming. I clicked on it, and there was a closet behind him. And me being me, you know, I try to be funny when I can, even though life sucks. I still try to be funny, right? But when I first saw him sitting in front of that closet, I wanted to type so bad, "Oh, I see you're coming out of the closet." But man, that's why I just lurked in there because, man, that's what I wanted to write. But he would have took it the wrong way. It'd just been a joke because there was a closet behind him and it was open and he was right there in front of it. And I'm like, it looked like he was coming out of the closet. And I was like, man, if I write that in there, he'll go off on me so bad. He'll take it the total opposite of. So then I thought, all right, what if I start typing in, hey, look, I'm only kidding when I say this, and then say it and say, I'm joking. Would that offend them? Because I got to let them know, hey, I'm kidding, I'm joking. Hey, don't take this serious. And I thought, well, hell, I can't do it that way either. But there was no way I was going to chat in there because the first thing I wanted to chat was, are you coming out of the closet? It was just going to be funny, you know, just interesting things. How you doing? But yeah, I just, you know how I am. And I'm sorry, y'all. Just, man, I just can't get into all this. I'll just have to call them Jesus freaks, man. Because I'm telling you, read the New Testament. Read when, you know, you ain't got to read the whole thing. Just get to the part where he's hanging on the cross. Look at who he's telling to worship who and whatever. And then look at the point from when the stone was rolled away from the tomb and what that Jesus was teaching from that point on is nothing like before he died. I'm just saying. And that's when you know, the real evildoer there saw a good opportunity to jump in there. And it's been fucked ever since because, man, I see these people in comments sitting there telling me, or, you know, whoever, I'm just reading it, but they're in there, I mean, like Jesus freak stuff, man. Like, I'd hate to meet these people in real life because I had to work with a dude like that, man. He kept telling me how I need to go to church. I mean, it's like all at work, you know, the whole work period. Man, come on. I'm sorry, but it ain't like that. I think what happens is once you get to the point like where I'm at, then never mind, I'm gonna be quiet because y'all wouldn't understand what I'm trying to say. Or you might. I don't know. I'm just assuming. But I don't want the AI knowing what I really think, even though it knows what I'm thinking. Man, interesting. I can't do any better. I can't. I can't. I mean, it only gets worse. There's nothing I can do about anything. Seriously, there's really nothing I can do. I need money to hire people to the. If I'm to do what the state says I need to do, I gotta go take a full physical and shit like that for some reason. And the only way for me to do that is I'll have to get to Memphis and I'll have to go to the VA. And that's not gonna be a 1-day deal and you're done. You know what I mean? And I don't have anybody that can drive me down there and do that. Even if I had $500 to pay somebody, I don't know anybody that can do that. You know what I'm saying? So my mom's got the capabilities of helping me be able to have the funds to find somebody to do that. But she hates my dad so much, and I remind her of my dad too much to where she hates me just as she hates him. And that is not a joke. That is the truth. I mean, I hate to say it, but I've never. I always said the reason why my dad hated me was because I was born, and it made him, because his religious beliefs were, you marry one time, stay married forever to that one person. And then when I came along, that was just the knot that tied the knot a little knottier. You know what I'm saying? And I think he resented the fact that I was alive. And my mom, she was always so, I don't know. She was a hypochondriac, man. Something was always wrong with her. Always. Something always wrong with her. Always going to the doctor. Always going to the doctor. It's just crazy. Man, my whole problem is I shouldn't, my license should never have been suspended for nothing. That's my whole problem. And right now, I'm not really sure how they got suspended at all, because I don't want to call Nashville myself, because they'll twist shit around. Well, he called and said this, that, and the other. So I ain't calling. There'll never be a record of me calling, right? That's why I'm trying to get a lawyer to call. I mean, quote me a price. How much would you charge? I'm about to get Mike Johnson of Crime Stoppers to call Nashville for me, because he's a cop. I want him to, if anything's fishy, I need to get the Tennessee Bureau of Investigations going. I don't really trust the FBI. They fly over all the time. They're fucking helicopters and shit. These motherfuckers be up there in their airplanes. You can hear it. I mean, where I'm at, it's like having a big ear. And it picks up everything in the sky. It picks up cars miles away and shit. But it's like a big ear, right? It's like I live in the side of a crater, actually. And it amplifies the sound. Well, I can hear I can hear drones and shit. And I can hear them cut the motors, and I can hear them sitting there just hovering out, just watching, just watching. You can hear them. And I just act like I don't hear them and shit. But when I get fed up with it, I can be bent over, whatever. I'll throw a finger up in the air right in their direction. You can hear it. You can hear them turn the motor up and turn. Or, I mean, it's evident that I startled them. I remember one time, this was years ago, I'm out in the back roads. I'm talking about I'm not near any towns. I'm in the middle of the back roads, right? My radar detector is going off. It's a laser. Deep, deep, deep. And I'm going through these daggone, I'm talking about back roads where it's mostly woods covering the road, right? And here and there you have spots where you can see the sky. I got so sick of that happening. When I got to a spot where I could see the sky, I pulled over, got out of my Jeep, looked up, and through the bird up there, my radar detector stopped. Yep. I don't know if they're using satellite, but something was tracking me, and it was setting off my radar detector. And when I flipped the bird up to the sky, it stopped. I mean, that told me everything I needed to know. So don't ever think, I mean, these people, I mean, when I first heard about chemtrails and they're trying to change the environment, I laughed. I'm like, God, man thinks they can do something on that big a scale. Well, they can, but I don't think it's all man doing it. You know what I mean? Because I've seen them little, what do you call them, booga balls, the thing, them little silver balls. I've seen them. I've looked at them through binoculars. I've caught them on video. I've seen them with my eyes. I've seen them through binoculars, they're up there. Boogosphere, isn't that what it's called? Boogosphere? I've seen them with my eyeballs, man. And then they're interdimensional too. I mean, there's so much interdimensional stuff blending into this physical. I mean, we ain't got a chance. So that's why I just say, fuck it. I don't care anymore. Ain't nothing gonna scare me. You know what I mean? I'm like, fuck it. I ain't believing it. If it's right in front of me, I'm not gonna believe it. I'm just to that point. I've had it. I'm tired of the fucking narrative, man. Yeah. Oh, I've seen them. Look, I saw one time, and it was like the height of the treetops, and it was less than a quarter mile away, and I saw it, and I'm like, oh shit! And I was trying to get my phone, get to the camera while I was running and trying to watch it and trying to get the camera turned on the phone. By the time I got to where I could make a clear view of it and had the camera rolling, I got like 2 seconds of it before it went behind the tree. And, but I mean, I've seen them, man. Man, 2003, I saw, man, I ain't lying, man. The only way to explain it, Star Trek The Next Generation, they had them Borg ships. And you know how funky them Borg ships look? But in 2003, like 200 foot from me, what happened was I had to take my dog outside. It was like 2 in the morning. I had this little pit bull puppy, and he needed to go use the bathroom. So we went outside. There ain't no street lights or nothing, right? This is out in the country. This is at my dad's. And he's sitting there, the little puppy's peeing, but it's looking my direction, but above me. I'm like, what is that dog looking at? And I turned around, and like 200 foot, over my neighbor's house was this black triangle craft, man. And it had the whole house lit up in this blue light. And it was like below treetop level. It's right over top of that house. And I remember I could see two of the sides. I call one the back and one side or whatever, but in the bottom, I could see the bottom. And it had like these amber colors in each corner. There's 3 corners. There's a triangle. And in the center was like this big red, I don't know, lens or something. It was glowing like a tail light lens. You know what I mean? It was red. And that blue light was over top of that whole house. And I'm sitting there looking at it, and you could see that it had like these oblong shaped windows, is what I'd call them, in the sides toward the middle. But it had all this weird plumbing, like the board ships from that Star Trek Next Generation. But it had like tubing coming out and going in and coming out and doing, it's just weird. And I'm sitting there looking at it. I'm like, what am I looking at? And then that light, it lifted up like a garage door. I mean, it didn't turn off. The light lifted up into the bottom of that thing. And then, I mean, it just barely moved, and it blinked it blinked into a star in the night sky. I did not blink when it disappeared. I saw it disappear before my very eyes. Didn't make a noise, didn't make a sound, didn't move the treetops, it was just there, and then it wasn't. Craziest thing I ever seen. Huh. But yeah, that was I'll never forget that one. That was crazy. And then I really did in like 1979. I saw a Bigfoot. That was crazy. And it wasn't, I mean, it looked like a caveman face on it. And it had like hair, like it was kind of blondish, brownish. and it looked like it just come out of a daggum salon, man. It was shiny. But that thing was so muscular, man. Man, I thought I was dead. I mean, I was chasing a cat, and when I stopped to see which direction that cat had gone, I was trying to listen for it and look. I didn't realize that Bigfoot was like 65 foot in front of me. And I done scanned. It was so big, I didn't recognize it, I guess, when I first looked down the ditch line. But when I looked back up, well, I didn't see it the second time either. When I looked back up, it was when I was looking back down, I locked on it. And that thing was looking at me, and I was looking at it. It wasn't moving, and I realized I had a BB gun in my hand, a rifle. And I thought, I don't want this thing to think I'm going to threaten it. And I just turned loose of that BB gun and turned around and ran. I guarantee you, I was 3 steps before that gun hit the ground. I've never been so scared in my life. One leg was like the size of me. It was crazy. I ain't never seen nothing that big in my... I mean, I wouldn't have been... If a gorilla had been standing there, I wouldn't have been as scared. This thing here is like the size of the mass of a Brahma bull, man. Standing on 2 legs. With big ass arms. Yeah, that was crazy. Man, I'm trying to remember what year it was I saw this, and I got pictures of it. When was that? It had to be like somewhere between 2010 and 2014. But it was a sunset. I was up in Jackson. It was like more than an hour before the sunset, but there was another sun to the north of the sun. I'm trying to remember, it was below it. It was like at the 5 o'clock, but it was north of the actual, what I call the real sun. And it was just as bright as there was 2 suns. And I got pictures of it. I don't know what happened to the video. But my experience is I'm out of memory when shit like that happens, so I can't really take videos. So maybe I can't remember, but I do have pictures. And you couldn't really see it good until sunset, when the sun was right on the horizon and it was blocking, the trees were kind of blocking the light a little. But man, that was crazy. I've seen, man, the moon do some crazy. I saw the moon. All right, it was like a half moon, right? And then from the bottom to like 3/4 of the way, a shadow started going up the moon from the bottom to about 3/4 up to the top. I'm talking about a straight line. So there is only the point of a half a moon, the top of the half a moon sitting there. This is like at 5 in the morning one morning. It was like the winter months. And I'm looking at this, and back then all I had was a flip phone. And I'm like, I saw it happen. Because what it was, all right, y'all remember when, what was it? Nibiru or something was supposed to be beside the sun. And I spent 9 months getting up every morning trying to catch this thing when the sun was rising, but they were spraying the sky so bad you couldn't see the sunrises because they were trying to hide that, right? Which I finally got pictures of it. Took 9 months. But anyhow, that morning I was out there and I saw that do that to the moon. I'm looking, and then the shadows started going back down, exposing more of the moon. And there was a half a moon again, and then the half a moon started crescenting, until it turned into a real little bitty sliver of moon. And I'm like, man, I ain't never, and I wish I had had that on film, but I saw that with my eyes. It's just, that was crazy. Hell, it ain't my skies anymore, Buckeye. I remember in the 70s, that sun used to be orange and red or yellowish. It was. It definitely wasn't ultra blue like it is now. It looks like a reflection in a mirror. Yeah, I don't know what happened to our sun. If I still got them, I know I had them. This just because my step family stole everything, and I had personal property down there. But I got Polaroids I took of the sun back in like '76. I've been watching the sky all my life. Never seen clouds like that. But now I'm looking at like the wagon train. I don't know if AI is getting in there and taking out the old way the clouds look and adding in some AI generated clouds that look like these today. But it looks like that shit was happening back in the old days, which I find that hard to believe. And then, man, I've been seeing some Perry Masons where they got cell phones in the cars, man, like a brand new 1957 Corvette. Got a daggum cell phone in it. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I mean, I grew up kind of watching Perry Mason, and I don't never remember cell phones in the old Perry Masons, but nowadays they got them. My God. All right, Jay Ferris, have a good one. But yeah, man, it's cold here. It's been raining for all day. Well, it started Saturday night, and it's been raining all the way to the day, whatever day this is. I guess this is Monday morning. Time don't matter to me anymore. It's just a waste of it. I mean, seriously, that's my problem. I hate wasting time like I'm wasting it, but I have no other choice. I need to insulate the shop, but I ain't got no money for insulation. I don't get it, man. This electric company. I don't know. Look, I've been keeping y'all on here too long anyhow, haven't I? I need to go ahead and get off here, don't I? I ain't heard that song in a while. That's what I think. Well, what I've come to realize, everything you're watching now and listening to, your music is not like coming off a CD or a 8-track or anything like that. Your music is now AI generated because it's not the same. You can listen to the same song, but it ain't the same. That AI changes some. And then watching TV, that shit's AI generated. There's no actual tapes or anything. I'm telling y'all, man, it's gotten bad. So yeah. Hell, I videoed something I had on my computer screen. Saw it on my camera while I was, my phone while I was videoing it. But when I went to play it back, it didn't even show up because somehow or another MP3 you can't record MP3 with MP4 or something. I don't know. That's crazy. I could visually see it on the screen of the camera that was recording, but it didn't pick it. And I've had that happen with audio where I've had a song blasting and it didn't pick up on the recording. I'm like, how's that possible? How am I able to hear the airwaves, but this speaker won't pick it up? Speaker's supposed to work off airwaves, right? Or the mic. So if MP3 is vibrating a certain way to where a physical mic cannot pick it up because the program is set up for MP4, that's weird. You know, I'm just saying, I don't know what I'm saying. Exactly, but the problem is it was digital, but now it's digital with AI manipulation. See what I'm saying? No, I mean, I remember the old days when you had radio waves that came through the radio, but see what they're playing is not, it's AI digital too, going through the airwaves. So you're still running the same problem. You're not hearing the true songs. That's what I'm trying to say. You're not hearing the true songs anymore that was recorded in the studio. You're hearing the interpretation through the AI digital. The AI is better than humans. It knows it needs to tweak this frequency here and it needs to do this, needs to change this word up a little, needs to make the rhythm a little bit, a half a millisecond this way or that way. I mean, it's doing some shit like that, y'all, and I can sense it. I feel it. I hear it. Man, it's cold out here. I need to make some coffee. I know I'm out of the pot. I need to make a pot. And I don't have but a swig in the bottom of that. But yeah, I don't know, man, y'all. I might try to do an OBS live stream, but the last one I did, it looks fine here, but I don't understand why it's so fuzzy on YouTube. You can't even read anything. That don't make any sense. I had 5 bars of signal. It ain't like I didn't have a good signal to the cell tower. I mean, I'm set on 1080p. Isn't that good enough quality? I don't know. Well, look, I'm going to get off here, y'all. I didn't know I was on here this long. Y'all have a good day. I'll just have another one.